And welcome to another book spotlight. Today we're going to do GIGANTI-GATOR Death Machine triple feature. This was a fun book to write. Now, some background real quick. So what I wanted to do on purpose was I wanted to create an 80s B-horror creature feature. And the idea originally was I was going to do 3 novellas. And they would just be numbered simply GIGANTI-GATOR Death Machine, GIGANTI-GATOR Death Machine 2, and GIGANTI-GATOR Death Machine 3. And the reason for strictly the numerical sequencing without any subtitles is because in the 80s, in the horror world, all the sequels, except for a few exceptions, were just numbered. There was no subtitle like we do nowadays. So that was the idea originally with this. Of course, things evolved, and I got to a point where I thought, it'd be even funner, that's not even a word, haha, more fun, is if I did it as a triple feature. The concept being, those late night, midnight movies, you go to the theater and you're going in for a double feature or a triple feature, back-to-back flicks, right? So that's the idea with this book, is to give you a triple feature, creature feature. So, anyway, this book is great because as each novella progresses, the stakes get higher and higher. They each stand alone, but of course there's a common thread, right? The GIGANTI-GATOR. And as we go through each novella, things just get more dangerous and bigger and more bloody and more gruesome. And I didn't hold back on the blood and guts. I totally, I had this thing, this creature, this dominating, look at this sucker, dominating this people and just eating them. And there's a rule for this book. I don't want to give it away because if I do, I'm going to spoil basically the end of every single novella. But there is one rule, and you'll recognize that rule if you read the book. So anyway, that's what this is about. It's meant to be a creature feature, B-horror, love story, or not love story, love letter to the B-horror genre. And doing a giant creature feature, akin to things like Anaconda, that kind of stuff, that's what I wanted to do. And alligators, they're terrifying just as they are. Even the biggest gators, when they're 15, 18, 20, sometimes even 30 feet long, and they live forever too. These things are old. It's I used to watch Swamp People, and some of the gators they were catching, these gators were 80 years old, and they're still lurking the murk and taking things down and devouring stuff and being dominant. And these things are just massive, right? So I thought, let's do one, but let's do it with a GIGANTI-GATOR, something that's totally obscenely huge. And we're not talking Godzilla huge, no, not like that. But we're talking I would say, double your largest gator. That kind of thing. So we're not just double in length, but of course double in width, and big face and giant teeth and tongue and right. So that's this. So I'm gonna read you the synopsis because this totally breaks it down for you in terms of what can you expect. And so the tagline is simply, "Be careful going in the water. It lurks beneath the surface, thirsty for blood and hungry for flesh. It roams where it may, and sometimes finds a feast to satisfy its need to kill." Book 1. What is supposed to be a fun weekend with friends quickly turns into a bloodbath when a massive alligator invades their fun. Book 2. In the once quiet town of Cedarhaven, 2 giant alligators wreak havoc. Will anyone survive? It's double trouble as 2 giant gators stalk the town and surrounding area. Book 3. It's a triple threat when 3 gigantic alligators go on a rampage and brutally kill and destroy anything in their path. Are they unstoppable? Come join the mayhem in 3 blood-filled novellas from cult writer A.P. Fuchs. And that's the point, blood-filled novellas. This is totally again, a tribute to B-horror, where it's just blood and guts, pretty girls, a little bit of skinny dipping, and good old-fashioned fun like that. So I encourage you to check out the book. It's a fun read. It's meant to be light, even though gross. And I really think you'll have a fun one. It's been getting great reviews, And so I'm very proud of it. And from a writing perspective, you know, it was just fun to write. It was basically like a write for fun kind of book, you know, and this is see how far I could up the ante while still, you know, maintaining the suspension of disbelief. And yeah, that's what we got out of it. We got GIGANTI-GATOR Death Machine. So available in paperback, ebook, through the usual suspects online, and of course, as always, through your local bookstore, because we do offline stuff too. So here you go, GIGANTI-GATOR Death Machine, coming at ya, bloody water. Thanks, guys. Bye.